do not have any financial interest. What is that Organ Transplantation Act? The organ transplantation is the moving of an organ from one body to another or from a donor site on the patient's own body for the purpose of replacing the recipient's damaged or absent organ. The emerging field of regenerative medicine is allowing scientists and engineers to create organ to be regrown from the patient's own cell. If it is transplanted to the same patient from one side to the other, it is called autograft. And if it is from a same species to different subject, this is called allograft. Organ that can be transplanted are the heart, kidneys, eyes, liver, lungs, pancreas, intestine, thymus, and tissues include bone, tendons, in eye mostly the cornea, skin, heart valves, and veins. Worldwide, the kidney are the most commonly transplanted organ, followed closely by the liver, and then the eyes, and then the heart. So we come before the heart. History in short. Scientists have long thought about this idea. Human body was particularly thought to be receptive to foreign tissue because our immune system is very strong. So initially it was we used to think that it's not possible to transplant the organ, but the scientists gradually realized in early 50s that identical twins, they have a similar immune profile and the organ can be transplanted among them. After that, Dr. Murray's surgery and is a major breakthrough in 1960s. He found that suppressing the recipient's immune response with drug like cyclosporine, we can transplant one organ to the other. And by 1980s, there were a lot of anti-rejection drugs had improved to the point where transplantation surgery became pretty routine and far less risky than it was earlier. So after that there come the act, because there was a lot of mishandling of the law and commercial dealing, so they came the act to rescue. An act to provide for the regulation of removal, storage and transplantation of human organs for therapeutic purposes only, and for the prevention of commercial dealing in human organ and for matter concerned therewith or incidental thereto. It applies in the first instance to the whole of the state of Goa, Himachal Pradesh, Maharashtra and to all union territories. It shall also apply to such other states which adopt the act by resolution passed in the behalf under clause 1 of article 252 of the Constitution. So who will get the punishment? Whoever makes or received any payment for supply or for an offer to supply any human organ, seeks to find person willing to supply for payment and human organ, offer to supply any human organ for payment, initiate or negotiate any arrangement involving the making of any payment for the supply of or for to supply any human organ. I have to read it out because there is a law and each or and is important in this law. Takes part in the management of control of body of person, whether a society, firm or company, whose activity consists of including the initiation or negotiation of any arrangement referred to in the clause D. Publishes or distributes or cause to the published or distributed any advertisement inviting person to supply for payment of any human organ, offering to supply any human organ for payment, indicating that the advertiser is willing to initiate or negotiate any arrangement referred to and in clause D. Sorry, but these words are very important, and this is forms the entire law which we should know by word. So what is the punishment? Punishment, imprisonment for the term which shall not be less than 2 years but which may extend to 7 years if somebody is advertising or selling the organ, and shall be liable to fine which shall not be less than 10,000 rupees but may extend to 20,000 rupees. And somebody, the doctor who is removing, will get the punishment of removal of human organ without authority, shall be punishable with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 5 years and with fine which may extend to 10,000 rupees. His name shall be reported to State Medical Council for suspension for 2 years for first offence and permanently related for subsequent offence. There was a Corneal Graft Act long back in 1957, the Bombay Corneal Grafting Act. This was the removal of eyes of deceased person. Eyes donation is an act of donating one's eye after his or her death under the Bombay Corneal Graft Act 1957. It is an act of charity purely for benefit of the society and is totally voluntary. The eyes donation of the deceased can be authorized by the next of the kin if the deceased did not pledge to donate his or her eyes before death. If any person, either in writing at any time or orally in the presence of two or more witnesses during his last illness, has expressed request that his eyes be used for therapeutic purpose after his death, the person lawfully in possession of the body after his death may, unless he has reason to believe that the request was subsequently withdrawn, authorizes the removal of the eye from the body of those purpose. If the deceased person has donated his eyes to any eye bank and the person lawfully in possession of the body and near relatives has no objection for removal, then can be removed. The person lawfully in possession of the body of the deceased person may authorize the removal of the eyes from the body unless that the near relatives of the deceased object for removal of one eyes. We have seen instances where one son is ready to give the eye of the father and the other son is objecting. In that case, we cannot take the eyes because there is a conflict of among the kins. So who are the near relatives? Section 2A says the spouse, son, daughter, father, mother, brother and sister. It has been amended afterwards. It was the initial law which was there. Removal cannot be done if there is a refusal of near relative or by the person lawfully in possession of the body, even if the deceased person has donated his eyes when he was alive. Removal of the eye, preferably a written consent from removal, should be taken from the person in charge of the body. When eyes are to be removed from the body of the deceased person, the registered medical practitioner shall satisfy himself that the life is extinct in such body, or in case brainstem death has been certified under subsection C. The medical practitioner have to collect blood sample for serological evidence to rule out HIV, hepatitis, syphilis and other blood disorders. Authority when not to be given. Authority for removal of eyes shall not be given under section 3 if inquest is required by the person. And no authority for removal of the eyes when body is entrusted to person by another only for cremation. And in brainstem death, eyes cannot be removed unless such death is certified by board of medical experts. Removal cannot be done for unclaimed body in prison or hospitals. Even we cannot send for research purpose also. Removal cannot be done from bodies sent for post-mortem for medical, legal or pathological purposes. Section 10A says that no hospital unless registered under the Act shall conduct or associate with or help in the removal of storage or transplantation of any human organ. But Section 10.2 says that notwithstanding any content in subsection 1, the eyes of the or the ears may be removed at any place from the dead body of any donor for therapeutic purpose by registered medical practitioner. So there are certain amendments, include donation of the tissues, organ swapping was legalized, penalty was enhanced, grandparents and grandchildren included in the list of near relatives. In the absence of before either the neurologist or neurosurgeon used to give was the brain dead or not for the comatose patient, but any independent surgeon or physician now can give it. Even an anesthetist or intensivist can give it, may be nominated from brainstem death declaration. Makes it mandatory for doctor in an ICU to ascertain if the family wants to donate organs. No organ or tissue shall be removed from mentally challenged person before his death. Transplantation involving the foreign national, even if near relative, requires approval by AC. National registry of donor and recipient should be made, and cornea can be retrieved by a certified eye technician. NGOs registered specially to work on human organ transplantation would be allowed. Mandatory to appoint a transplant coordinator in registered hospital. Without this transplant coordinator, we should not do this transplantations. So now the technician following qualification experience can enucleate cornea. It's not just the doctors who can do it. Doctors who can do it. Doctors including registered medical practitioner from all recognized system of medicine, they can enucleate the eye. Nurses or paramedical, ophthalmic assistant, ophthalmic optometrist, eye donation counselor, even refractionists can do it, provided they have a due train for a minimum period of 6 weeks to enucleate a donated cornea or eye. The training certificate should mention that he has acquired the required skill to independently conduct enucleation of the eye, removal of the cornea from the cadaver. I'll just add 2 lines on the eye bank. Eye Bank is a non-profit organization affiliated to Eye Bank Association of India, which is entitled to procure, medically evaluate, the distribute eyes which are donated voluntarily by humanitarian citizen after death to certified institutions only. These eyes are used primarily for corneal transplantation. Other use for scleral reconstruction, research and education can be given to them. Eye Donation Center is an organized body affiliated to Eye Bank Association of India, which procures eye from the donating person and sends these eyes for the further evaluation and distribution. Will the eye bank reveal the information to the corneal recipient? No, never. The recipient information is always kept confidential. In no point of time it should be revealed to the donor family. And anonymous, it will not be revealed to any ground. The donor's family members should be satisfied knowing that the eyes have been used to restore the sight of the two blind person. That much information can only be given. Thank you for your patient hearing, and thanks from my team of JPM Rotary Eye Hospital.